40 days. That's how long I spent living on Eddie Abbew's diet. I lost 3 kilos in just 2 days, I battled the brutal keto flu, and I got a phone call from Eddie Abbew himself to give me some advice. Why did I do this diet? Eddie Abbew is one of the most polarizing figures in fitness. The diet he was promoting promises that you can lose fat and build muscle at the same time, which is something in fitness most people spend years of their life trying to do it and fail miserably at. But critics call Eddie's advice extreme, unsustainable, and just plain unhealthy. As someone that preaches balance, controlling calories, and eating a higher carb diet, I was very skeptical. But instead of criticizing from the sidelines, I decided to put his diet to the test and see for myself. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? The rules were very simple. Intermittent fasting till 1 p.m. because I know Eddie is a big proponent of that. Followed by 4 meals. Each meal packed with fats, protein, and a little bit of vegetables. Meal 1 was 6 eggs with 1 large avocado. Meals 3 to 4 were 200 grams of fatty meat, 2 fat sauces, and 2 cups of low-carb vegetables. No carbs or junk food was allowed at any point on this diet. I got this diet from Eddie Abbew's Instagram, which I'll try and link down below. Altogether, it was around 3,300 to 3,500 calories I was consuming a day. So for reference, I started about 99 kilos, I was already fairly active, so this for me was roughly about maintenance. And surprisingly, it was actually cheaper than my normal weekly shopping bill. But the food felt a little bit basic, bland, and repetitive. I'd already eaten more eggs in 1 week than most people eat in a whole year. I'm basically the poster child for cholesterol. In just 2 days, I dropped 2.7 kilos. My energy levels were high and my workouts were great. I was thinking that this keto thing was easy. Maybe I was wrong about ketogenic diets all this time. But then constipation and stomach pain hit. I couldn't sleep because of the pain. I even went outside for late night walks to try and get things moving, if you know what I mean. But after a strong black coffee the next morning, everything started to return back to normal. By day 9, I'd already lost 4.6 kilos, which felt great because normally when I diet, I only aim to lose 0.5 kilos to 1 kilo a week. At this point, my workouts were still solid. I felt I was still making progress and hitting personal bests every session. But then the dreaded keto flu hit me. After my workouts, I would feel exhausted and depressed. All I would want to do is lie down and feel sorry for myself. I was struggling to focus when I was working or training clients. I kept making loads of mistakes and everything just felt harder. And for some reason, I even ended up putting my toothpaste in the fridge. Clearly, my brain was not firing on all cylinders. To my surprise, I received a message from Eddie Abbew himself asking how I was doing. I replied back explaining I was struggling a little bit, but it's probably because I'm not used to the lack of carbs. But what was even more shocking is that he phoned me.
Okay, just forget about what you're trying to say for a minute. Let me help you build this, okay?
A guy with 4 million followers took the time out of his day to phone me. I felt pretty surprised and even honored by his phone call. Eddie was very encouraging. He was trying to motivate me to continue, and I even got a sense that he genuinely cared about me and my well-being. He even offered to give me a free copy of his muscle building ebook. He told me to read his ebook and follow the advice that was in there. In the book, it suggested that you could have unprocessed carbohydrates pre and post workout. From day 15, I started having 100 grams of oats and 6 eggs pre-workout. Then I would have 400 grams of sweet potato with chicken breast post-workout. And let me tell you, this was an absolute game changer for me. My energy instantly skyrocketed, my muscles started to fill out again. I gained a couple kilos over the first few days, but I didn't mind because I started to look fuller and leaner at the same time. My workouts and pumps were getting even better, and my close friends commented on how I was looking and how much my body was changing. And the keto flu, it was instantly gone. So it's been 20 minutes since I had that bowl of porridge, and I feel like a dark cloud has lifted. Like all of a sudden, I just start to feel happier again, and I feel like more myself. I feel a bit more positive, a bit more hopeful. It's actually quite a fast kind of uplift. It's almost like I've taken some kind of antidepressant. Over the next couple of weeks, my workouts were the best they had been in months. Almost as if by taking the carbs away and then reintroducing them, they somehow worked better. After 40 days, I weighed in at 93 kilos, a total loss of 6 kilos. I was feeling leaner and a bit more muscular, but I'll let you be the judge. Not bad results for only 40 days. But what about my cholesterol? Many people warned me it was going to be very unhealthy and my cholesterol was going to skyrocket. But after doing blood tests before and after the diet, it actually went down slightly. I guess a high-fat diet isn't as bad as we thought for cholesterol, but each person's body is different and you may react differently to how I did. So what did I actually learn? Eddie's diet is pretty good for weight loss, especially if you don't want to count calories. But if you train hard like me, having some carbs pre and post workout might give you better results. So if you just want to see the number on the scale go down, you're not training like an athlete, and you can't be bothered counting calories, then Eddie's diet might be perfect for you. But just be ready for the keto flu. If you have any diets or challenges you want me to try, then drop it in the comments below or send me a message at @StenningFitness on Instagram.